Disney, hello. I do apologise. You got to hear the bad microphone because there was an update and everything has just reset because OBS knows best. Hello, how are we doing? Happy Monday. Thank you very much for telling me that there was no sound. What's up, Reno? What's up, Icarus? What's up, Slam? Another Felix ad. I don't know what's... there's my microphone. Hello? Yeah, there we go. I do apologise. I swear to God. There was an OBS update. For some reason, it changed the kilobits per second. It decided that this microphone was not attached, even though you might be able to see the lights going up and down like nobody's business. Classic OBS, yes. Thank you so much, folks. Icarus, thank you very much for the resub. Thank you very much. How are you doing? Thank you very much. That is definitely the best way to defeat all adverts at all times. Always be a sub. Always sub and all that kind of good stuff. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it was the random mic. The backup one is that horrific one up there attached to the Razer Kaio Pro. I don't know if it's the Pro. Whatever that camera is, that's what there's a microphone there for backup. Awful reasons. Thank you so much for the resub. Nomadic Chris, hello. What's cracking, dude? I am definitely blaming it on OBS. Definitely. I have to. Reno, thank you so much for the resub. Hello. I have to blame it on OBS because last week we had two terrible streams. Was it Monday and Wednesday? No, Tuesday and Wednesday's streams were absolutely terrible. Obviously, the content was high quality, but Tuesday, we had 670,000 dropped frames. I was impressed. I was almost tempted to see if we could make it to 1 million, but I didn't have it in me to punish everybody for whatever issue was going on. So we didn't go and max out the drop frame route, but we get 670,000 bananas. What are we painting here today? Well, technically, nothing right now. I have been building some of these saucy Slanesh people over the weekend. I've not got all of them built because they weren't too fiddly to put together, but there was lots of seam removing and stuff like that. But they are on the agenda. Well, I'll show you what we're doing today. OBS, oblivious, badger, silly, basically completely oblivious most of the time. At all opportunities. Oh God, I got a bit of the hair. Back, a bit of the ear. Not many people get to see the back. Actually, no one gets to see the back of my head. I just realised that sounded somewhat dodgy, and that's also blurry. So we are going to use this carapace today. This is the scheme I've decided to go with. Moving that light up might help a smidge. So we are going with this carapace. I am happy with that for the Genestealers. But I was looking at the bonce, and I'm not happy with it. So I did some testing. I'm just looking at this bonce right here, not the hands which are unpainted or the carapace. I think this is a bit closer to the Genestealers that I first kind of met up with back in the Space Hulk. So we're gonna paint the fleshy bits on this geezer like that, and then obviously do the basing and all that kind of rubbish. With a view for like doing a test thing. We got like another 17 or 18 or whatever of these chaps to paint. So I will be doing some batch painting later, hopefully off camera, and I'll probably turn one of these into a YouTube video at some point as well. So I'll keep one behind, probably this one maybe. But that's what we're doing. I was going to paint this guy, but the problem, I'm having major issues with figuring out what chapter Legion we're going to go with. I 3D printed this bad boy. I do have his head. I've got his shoulders. I was thinking Mantis Warriors, but I would really like to get some decals first if we paint a Mantis Warrior, just for his shoulder pads. As a sort of test, as a precursor, because I do want to do some Badab War things later. I'd like to paint up a little squad of some of the people within that thing, battle, whatever, region thing. Clearing flashing is always... I hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's just so tedious. It's so tedious. So I was... this is one of the... couple of the special weapons that I built, but obviously, the bigger gates there needed to get flattened down. But then the seam runs all the way along there. This was a separate bit at the front. So I have technically built 6 of these guys. They've got the dreaded thing with all heavy weapons in, they require 2 arms. And so I've got their arms done. Problem is, once you put this weapon across them, they are... there's an area... First of all, you can't paint back here. And secondly, their midriff you can't paint either very well. Or if there are any fiddly bits, getting a small brush in there is a nightmare. So I think I'll glue the arms on. I'll hold a torso in between that and just glue the arm on. And so and then I'll slide the body away. So it's like that. And then I'll have to sort of figure out a way of painting these without snapping the arm off or driving me mad. But we have built 10 of these guys. These are the close combat geezers. I don't know what they're called. The Lash Whip leader of them. I think they're in Fractors, maybe. And we got Jeff over here. You've been building a navigation periscope. Bloody hell. How's that been going? And then that's we've got a Power Fist. I saw the Power Fist and thought, hell yeah, that's awesome. We're going to do that. So I think the army, if we end up doing a proper army, we may very well be going with some different options as well. I think there's a Power Whip, or Lash Whip, I think it's called, and Plasma Pistol. That's always a good thing. Over the weekend, I did order Lucius the Eternal and a noise marine thing. Lord, I don't know what they're called. Lord of the Dance, as far as I know. Well, if you are subscribed, you should be able to. If you post it to the stream chat, that's like when I'm streaming, I only look at the stream chat section of the Discord for pictures. So the Lord, what's his name? Exultant? No. What's his name? Lord Cacophonist. So I ordered one of those. I might order another one. But we are going to get to painting. That is what we're going to get doing today. Did manage a tiny bit of painting at tidying over the weekend, but not nearly as much as I would like. We've got a Dreadnought prepared. Assuming we can finish this today. We will be moving on to painting this tomorrow. I've no idea sort of what color we're going to paint this, but it is a bit of sort of artillery, and I thought, well, we printed it out, we might as well paint it. It could be a stream thing. So, and the Dreadnought over there is prepped and ready to go. I need to start recording that. So let's just get going. Oh, there we go. I don't really know the point of having a palette cam. We might actually do away with the palette cam. It's one more thing to cause an irritation. Are you working on painting human skin tones? What's your favourite sort of? What's your current sort of fleshy workup that you do? I do always enjoy painting skin, and I certainly need to improve as well. It's definitely something I want to improve on. But yeah, I do enjoy painting skin. Right, so we've got the banana there for later, and I got my coffee. So let's keep this in mind. What's this? There, that's a pot of paint. I just like to keep that. Right, so am I going to do this or not? Look, I like it. It's I'll take another picture just for the sake of future. Oi, come on. Focus, you absolute banana. Okay, well, we got reference. We're going to paint over it now. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to go over the Xurius purple, assuming I can find it. We've got Emperor's Children. Weirdly, I did not have this pink. We got Drushy Violet. We got Xurius purple somewhere. Okay. I think we just need Genestealer purple. You've been doing a classic approach to build out a few peachy browns for primary colours and white. Then I'll wet on wet blend in the volumes. I rarely do wet on wet blending. That's something else I really need to. Like many things, it's one of the many things I need to work on. Like I do attempt to do wet on wet blending every so often, but sometimes it's a disaster. Sometimes it works okay. Who knows? I was looking around for like Genestealer skin recipes, by the way. This first one was from the Evi archive. Now, I don't think I've done a good rendition of it. Their version is a bit more desaturated than I would like. So I think I went with a... Hold on, have a quick look on my history. Would it be Tale of Painters? Zombella, how are you? Hey! I did some good advice. Well, that makes me happy. I'm glad to hear that. Zombella. Now I know I said using the sandwich pot with the paper towel, paper towel or sponge kind of thing, with paper over it is a good sort of homemade one. I know I did. I don't know how long I survived with that for. I think I was being quite stubborn about it, truth be told. I was thinking, I don't need any of this newfangled nonsense. I don't need any of this newfangled nonsense. We can suffer through. We've been using a kitchen tile for 12 years or whatever. We can make do a little bit longer. And honestly, the sandwich thing. I think we probably went at least a year. At least a year and a half with it. And then there was you know what it was? I saw the Kickstarter. Redgrass Games did the Kickstarter, and I thought, well, screw it. Well, it's cheaper now when it's on the Kickstarter. Why not? We might as well give it see what what everyone's going, losing their what's it's about. But yeah, it is like Wet Palette in general is a great thing, regardless of how one goes around about it. It's been a few years since I have tried to convince you to join the ranks, but Wet on Wet is the way. I need to watch some videos. on it. Like I know of the general gist, and I know I have done it in the past. But I think part of the reason I've always been hesitant to do wet on wet blending is, in the past I've sometimes put paint on as the paint is drying, and then it sort of removes the previous layer, like it peels it up. So you'll know what I mean. And it's just caused major frustration, and that's mostly, I assume, because I waited slightly too long to get back in there with the brush, and it's actually started, drying, or whatever the word is. Not healing. Whatever it is. And that's just caused problems. So I've slightly... Is reticent the right word? It's the word I'm going to use anyway. Hopefully it's the right word. I'm not saying something awful. I've been... okay, so not the stream chat page. I shall have to check it later. It requires a lot more paint and an understanding of how long. Let's see, this is. It's a lack of understanding on my side of things. That's what it is. So I must say that is a good thing about 3D printing. Like, this was a failed print, so this is a test bed, or it's going to become another test bed for dodgy paint ideas that I have. Could probably do with the priming, really, but I don't have to worry about necessarily sacrificing a miniature I definitely want to keep. So yeah, it's definitely going to have to, it's just another skill I'm going to have to learn. Roland, you dress and look like a man who uses Citadel paints to create forgeries. Is that a good thing? Wait, hold on, that's a bad thing. Forgeries are bad. Listen, if only... Hey, what kind of forgeries are we talking about? I'm going to be honest, Roland. If you're going to say a sort of like I was going to say a Degas. Not really my style. There was a period when I definitely liked a bit of his work. But I want Caravaggio. If you say if you could listen, if I can do a forgery of that, I would be well chuffed. I'm not going to. Any of his things? Oh, baby. Thank you. I'll take that compliment. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to find this post very quickly before we actually get painting. Here we go. Found it. Oi, oi. I would never reference how popping the colors, because I have more class than that. However, I will say how creamy a blend can be when properly blended. So creamy is another word. Like when you say creamy, I can't believe I'm asking this. What do you mean just a smooth blend? Because I know YouTubers use that word and various other people. We know about the popping situation. Okay, so I have been looking at this. This is what we're vaguely going with. I'm not going with his carapace, although this is much kind of like basically what I remember. I think we're going to go with, well, what I've got here is pretty similar, but I think this skin is a bit more where we want to go. So I have been using this. I did test this out. Genestealer purple, Zurius purple, Emperor's Children, Drushy violet. All right, so that's what we're going with. You must have made a mistake. No. It's all right. It's all right. No, I got it. Going to art school, art college for a while. Everyone was banging on about things popping out all the time. It was ridiculous. So anyway, we're gonna slap on the Zurius purple, I think. I don't hate the word creamy. It's just Is it just another word for smooth? Do they mean a smooth blend? I must have. I could just have missed the. Well, I'm down for people using it. I'm not going to have an allergic reaction to it. All right. Like I do with other words. Zurius purple is what we're going to slap down first. Boop. So let's get a wiggle on finally. I hope you all had a good weekend though. Oh, we just lost some water. Just went into that. That was a bit of a disaster. All right. You need that pink? Zombella, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something for free. I could have sworn I had this color. I didn't. I've got Fulgrim pink, which is, hold on. I got Fulgrim pink, which is like, I think next, like the highlight version of it, which is more pastel-y. And I think, that's not right. I don't know what the base color is for this. That's not it. There's no way it's Screamer pink, is it? Oh, actually, maybe Screamer pink is the... I'm not entirely sure what like the base color is for it. Looking at it, it might be Screamer pink. All the game shops around me have sold out. You need pink for your brain miniatures. Oh. It's good. It's good. I saw someone having I saw a brain operation once. It was very interesting. Very, very interesting it was. Let's do all the other bits before. We'll worry about doing the bonds in a bit. We'll get to it. Those are pastel, yeah. We need some saturation. Well, this is the thing. This is one of the things I always say. Is like, oh, you need maximum saturation. You need to make those colors. I do see what people mean, but I also get a bit like, I don't know if... Like, for miniatures, it certainly reads well. But at the same time, I think to myself, oh, do we need it? Maybe that's why. Maybe we will start a new phase, a new era, a new epoch? Can we use the word epoch? Is that the right words? I might have to use it. By the way, don't forget to use your channel points if you're here on Twitch. If you're on YouTube... we don't have channel points. I'm frightfully sorry. I got nothing for you except hello there. How are you? Happy Monday. Not that is really a great thing. Epoch. Yeah, we can do an epoch. I like that word. We're going to use epoch instead of era. Era can do one. Though it is Easter time. Yes. Well, we had a hot cross bun today. Hot cross buns. For folks in America, the United States of America, do you have hot cross buns? Are those a thing that exist for you? The Prime Minister's brain is missing, and that's all the naughty... Well, that's all right. That's as far as we go. We don't, as you know... Politics is something I wholeheartedly avoid on this stream. Never. You don't have hot cross buns. Do you not like them, or do they just not exist? Like, are they not really a thing? So I didn't really go to many bakeries when I was living in the States. I can't remember kind of seeing them in shops or anything like that. So I just don't know. Genuinely don't know. Slam, the talk called politics acceptable as it's equally and perennial true. Well, I genuinely, I don't know. I don't want to get into politics, but it is my stream. However, so I think you've got to be a bit. If you want to be a politician, all I'm going to say is I can't trust someone who wants to be a politician. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm saying on it. And there we go. Moving swiftly on. They're Easter breads. Easter breads are... Okay. Right. Okay. Actually, talking about bloody... Right. Okay. So I've been seeing adverts. Not that I watch them, really. But I've been seeing them. They've been jamming... Okay, there's chocolate, hot cross buns. They can fuck off. Excuse me, YouTube. Sorry, we didn't swear. I saw one with was it one with a Cadbury's cream egg in or something? Hot cross buns. There's only one recipe. You don't have to fancify them. You don't have to pollute them with your stupid ideas. Not really a big thing there. That's a tragedy. They are a bit sweet, yeah. I do like them though. With some melted butter on, with some butter on that then melts because of the heat. Yummy. I've been on both coasts and in between never heard of them. Well then, there we go. There we go. That's all there is to say. Well, apart from you're missing out. I do like them, but there is a weird thing with them. Like they're all, as Chris said, they are kind of a bit sweet. It's not like you could do an entire sort of... I personally couldn't do a massive plate of multiple hot cross buns because they almost get a bit sickly at some point. So I just tend to have one and then leave it for a day, maybe two. It's just a statement's always applicable. Yeah. What's up, Jem? How's it going? Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know. I don't know, man. Right. Okay, let's get these little feet thing done. Feet thing? Have I just been clipped? Have you just clipped me? And you just left it advice. I did not go to Salute. No, I did not. I saw it was over the weekend. Maybe 1 year. Maybe 1 year we'll get to Salute. Did you? Problem is, I don't drive. Except the lady's wild. Yeah, no, I don't drive. So, and then that basically means we just go public transport, and then I don't know if I have the patience. And will be again, if need be. You were there with Griffin on Kit Bash Table? What did he come up with? Anything wild? We do want to do some kit bashing this year. What I need to do first, though, is I need to find... I need to find my Demon Prince. The Prince of Demons. It would certainly be... Where's it held again? Is it it's not the Excel Center, is it? It's somewhere else, right? Oh, a staff? Nice. Nice. Did you have a good time? A good weekend? I certainly hope so. I've only been to the Excel Centre once. Girlfriend took me ages ago to... There was some car show. Pretty sure it was the Excel Centre. I'm pretty sure it was. She took me to a car show, which was very cool. Lugways on Bella, thank you so much. Folks, did anyone else go to Salute? Well, salute. It's all busy. Loads of friends. Met Rifleman Harris from Sharp. You know what? I've not watched Sharp in bloody ages. What was I watching the other day which had old Beanie Boy in? I don't even know. I don't know. I can't remember. My brother's in Georgia at the moment, so if I do go to the Excel Centre, it'll have to probably be when that little rascal is back home in this country, so I can irritate him and stay at his for the weekend. Jason, that name is... What else has he been in? I'm drawing a complete... I used to watch Sharp, but not sort of religiously. Okay, so what do we got to do? We're going to get these hands. This Genestealer is getting finished today. Absolutely. I almost swore again. Oh, hello, Betty. Right. XL does have car shows. Okay, so this would have been when I was still working on The Lion King. Would it have been a Top Gear car show? I don't know where... No, I don't think it was. I don't know. It could have been the Top Gear car show. I can't quite remember. But so it must have been around late 2000s, early 2010-ish sometime, maybe. I can't quite remember. Memphis Belle and Fifth Element. Oh, okay. God, you know what? I've not watched Memphis Belle in... You know what? I think I've only seen that film once. I think I've only seen Memphis Belle once. I might need to remedy that situation. Fifth Element, I've not seen in ages. I do like it, though. Roland, I do apologise, by the way. I was about the forgery situation. I'm not a forger. Although, maybe I am. Maybe that's why we've got the rest of this camera cropped out. Because back there, we got loads and loads of lost artworks being ready to be found. You just stated that you were working with the Lion King. Yeah. Top Gear had a supercar show next. Oh, that could have been it. That could well have been it. 2011. When did I finish working for the Lion King? I'd have to go onto my cursed Facebook. I don't know if I risk doing that on the stream. Do you notify people if you log into Facebook? Is that a thing which happens? I'm not trying to... I just don't use Facebook. Except I fired up Facebook. First page takes me to more time, City of the Damned. Let me go to my own personal page. Lilu Dallas multipass. Exactly, Reno. Reno, how was your weekend? Was it magnificent? Home? Is that a page? When did I last post something? Is there any way to see my page? Profile? Is that what it is? Oh my god, I don't even know how to use Facebook anymore. Oh god, there are some pictures. 2015, I think that was the last time. I know, no, that was a shared. Left. Oh, here we go. Left job at the Lion King, 2009. At some point, so it wasn't that 2011 one. It must have been. When was I going out with Juliet? 2008. 2008, I think. I know a streamer that made props. Oh, really? That's cool. We do want to do a little. So on this stream, we're going to worry about that. We're focusing on the mini painting, sort of. We're focusing on the mini painting. He says. However, what I mean to say is, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of attempting some prop making again. It's been 24 years since I last made a prop. So, and also some sculpting. We would like to potentially get back to doing that at some point. A little bit. Not sort of proper, good props. I mean, they're going to be good props, obviously, because I made them. That goes without saying. That's a default situation. Everything I do is great. However, it's just a matter of time and things. You love The Fifth Element? It's a great film. It is a great film. I like the bad guy in it. I like the bad guy in it. He's such a good actor. The Fifth Element has a look and feel of a French sci-fi comic book, maybe written and illustrated by Mobius himself. Luc Besson was French. He directed the movie. Indeed. He was up at 2 a.m. for Sunday for work. That's when I went to bed, Reno. I'm sorry to hear that. Hold on. Yes, no, actually, no. On Saturday night, quote, Sunday morning, I went to sleep at 4:15 a.m. on Sunday morning. You met a guy who was an actor in The Fifth Element. I think he was the shuttle pilot in the very first scene of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. Okay. Oh, okay. Told me that Mia Jovovich had an affair with Bruce Willis on set. Damn. Okay, this is an almost... I almost met her. I almost met her. But didn't, obviously. She had an affair with the director. Terrible behavior. Terrible. Terrible. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we got. I know she's married Luc Besson, but I think that their breakup was rumored to be due to Bruce Willis. Bruce was married to Demi Moore at the time, was he not? They aren't still married, I assume. I can't really. I gave up long ago trying to remember who was married to who, etc., etc. Like actors in general, I'm kind of just like, meh, whatever. Don't really care about any longer, so to speak. If they can act well, that's one thing, but I don't care about like who they tickle in bed, etc., or married to. They met during the Fifth Element. Oh, okay. Then it could have been a BS story. Huh. Well. Lucian with the multipass. How you doing today, dude? Happy Monday. How are you doing? All right, we are painting over this bonce. Spike the bullet and do it. Slap. Okay, now we have to do it. This armored bit on top needs to be that color, but we'll do that later. Lucian, I hope you're looking after yourself, young man. Do you have a good weekend? What are you up to? Tell me the stuff. I did order the Lord Cacophonist and Lucian. Oh, bloody hell. God damn it. Lucius, the Eternal. Do apologize. I'm going to just have to blame you for that one. I'm not taking responsibility. All right. Lurk away, Reno. Lurk away. Not too bad. The weekend was uneventful. What you needed to do is buy some sweet plastic. That's the best way to do it. You know, usually checking out my affiliate link. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, and all that kind of good stuff. Avian, what's cracking? You saucy rascal. Oi, oi, Savaloy. Yeah, I ordered the Lord Cacophonist. I just ordered one of them for the moment because you know how quickly I paint. I've still not figured out a scheme that I want to commit to. We are going to go dual pistols, though, I think. Hopefully. And I ordered Lucius the Eternal as well. Or Lucian the Eternal, as he is now on this stream. We have put together a bunch of Emperor's Children. We put together 6 Noise Marines, 10 other geezers who do close combat, and this bloke. We went with the fist option and spear. So that's what we will do. God, he almost... Hello, Betty. YOLO! Leroy, what's cracking, dude? Oi, oi, Savaloy. Well, I did. So obviously, like, his skin was that more desaturated scheme, and then I was thinking to myself, well, it's got to be really a bit more like this. I still think the light is too overpowering. In fact, the problem is if I turn the light off, I don't really get to see it. So I need the light on a little bit. Unfortunately, I need to probably change some setting on the camera, which confuses me. Hot pink? Seriously, if I could get it. If the original Genestealers were hot pink, I would have absolutely done that. You know that. The hot pink badger. It's too hot for YouTube and Twitch. I'd find myself having a 3-day holiday in no time. Just one. Yeah, Lucian for the moment. Seriously, the problem is I want one geezer. I want one cacophonist per 6 geezers. So we're only going to be having 12 noise marines, right? Unless I buy another box of those, in which case we just get another one. Just easy. Easy. We're getting the combat patrol, which has flawless blades in it, and they'll be led by this geezer. I've got a space wizard. I have a space wizard. I didn't order Fulgrim. He's a lot of money. Maybe I should add him to my throne. Oh, what a beautiful segue that was into linking that. It was too easy. It was too easy. If you do not go hot pink or pastels, you'll be disappointed. Disappointment is what I bring to almost every situation. So we do have the Space Wizard. I do have on the table behind me, this table. Wait, I moved the camera? Oh, bugger. This table right here, I've got Fabulous Bill. So we will be doing... We're going to probably do Fabulous Bill as a YouTube video. Maybe. What did I just... Oh, God, I'm recording by accident. I pressed the big middle pedal. Yeah, I've still got a... I'm very tempted to go Synthwave Avian when it comes to my Emperor's Children. And some of that will involve hot pink. I just don't know what blend of... I don't know what blend of Synthwave we're going to go with. There are so many juicy blends. I saw a sweet purpley Juan Hidalgo. Looks amazing. I'd be tempted to do it on ECs if you haven't got any. What do you mean if? What's this if nonsense, Lucian? Come on now. You can do better than if. When? Noise Marines are just men who wear pink knickers and play musical instruments like those rockers from the group Kiss. Potentially. Yeah, who knows? My mind was just going all over the place with the pink knickers. Like crotchless or... Depends how classy they are, really. Yeah, who knows? All right. Flipping Nora. Right. Okay. Not sure what eyes we're going. What color eyes? What blend eyes? What blend? What color eyes are we going with? Yellow. God damn it. You're like the second person who brought that cursed word up. I don't know, Lucian. I mean, you know. I have many thoughts, unfortunately. Synthwave schemes. We'll have a quick look at this just while the paint is drying. That's my excuse. And that's what we're sticking to. In the second edition NID Codex, they had a big group of Steelers all in different shades of blue and purple, as well as black and pink. Yeah, do find it, please, Lucian. I mean... For these ones, like, I always remember Genestealers basically dark blue and sort of purpley pink skin. So for my Space Hulk ones, that is what we're doing. However, it also turns out that basically my Tyranids that I have already painted for over on Cursed Instagram. As I keep showing off, where are they? I know that was one. They're basically an offshoot of that. In fact, they're just a bit more fluorescent. There's a bit more fluorescent paint involved in them. So they're actually pretty bleeping similar for my Leviathan Tyranids. Did the pedal not do its thing? We just move the pedal so far over that I'm actually pressing the record button. If you must, a brown yellow, then yellow, and finally a fluorescent yellow. Well, that could work. Yellow eyes would work. Oh, we're losing. We've dropped some frames, ladies and jelly spoons. I think that might be due to me accidentally mashing the record button. Yeah, I just looked at my hard drive. We've got 9 gigabytes left on the... Like, all my drives, bar one, are in the red. Deep into the red. The C drive, what is wrong with you? You've got, like, less than 10 gigabytes of free space. I don't think... You had at least 20 the other day. I don't know what's happened. I'm going to blame Disney. It happened to the foot pedal. Yeah. I do like the foot pedal, because it means I can change scenes just by using my foot, which is a great power. We don't love popping colours here. No, we go desaturated colours at all times. Avian knows this as well. It's terrible. All right. I'm missing some areas I know that need a little bit of... Are there any good films out on the cinema? It's been so long since I've gone to the cinema. I don't even know if there's any point going back to the cinema at this point. It all seems like mediocre at best. Has anyone seen anything good recently? I binge watched the new Reacher series yesterday. Like the entire day, I just binge watched the entire thing. Speaking of drums, you saw Phil Collins being brought to his old drum set. Poor geezer. Wait, what? You saw Porky's on streaming? I don't think that. What when was that film made? I was going to say that was an old, and I realized I shouldn't say that. All right. If you want to bring up second edition Tyranid Codex, page 40 onwards, you couldn't stop with that show. I really enjoy watching the Reacher series. I watched the films with old silly Newbury Firkins in. Tom Cruise.